Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Rewrite the Song, the space for people who have a problem they haven't quite been able to solve yet. On the one hand, they want to change their life. They can feel it inside. There's supposed to be more in store for them. They feel stuck, like on a conveyor belt of sorts. And yet, on the other hand, real change, like transformational change, is probably not really possible. I mean, there are just too many what ifs. Maybe it's just easier to find ways to numb out or cope with my current life rather than actually change the direction of it. Before we go any further, let me say that I have been told my entire life how thick headed and stubborn I am. So the idea that actually waking up and looking forward to my life as a possibility for me was definitely not in my belief system. Also, the idea that I could give up alcohol once and for all was absolutely 100% not possible for me. Well, guess what? Today's episode is special. I'm recording it on January 1st, exactly 3 years since I quit drinking, once and for all. People ask me all the time why I quit. They expect a clean answer, like a pre planned date circled on the calendar, or the perfect moment, or the perfect mindset, or maybe a book that finally made everything click. The truth? There was no perfect moment. I was waiting for a window to open, so to speak, but it never really played out that way. I know, I'll quit when this happens, or I'll quit when they do that, or I'll quit when this changes, or whatever. But you know what I realized during a New Year's morning after a long night of partying? Windows don't just open themselves. I got to a point where I had realized that if I was going to change, I had to just do it. Not plan it out, announce it, go out on a blaze of glory. Just decide that I was going to change my ways. I was tired of giving it a try one more time. Full disclosure, though, I didn't do it alone. That is key because I know somebody who's a regular drinker who recently said to me, "Man, I could never do what you're doing," regarding not drinking anymore. The truth is, I couldn't either. I tried 1,000 times. Turns out, though, that there are thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people who don't drink. Who knew? Alan Watts said it best, in my opinion, and I'm paraphrasing here. You don't tell the devil you're going to leave hell tomorrow. Here's why this matters if you want 2026 to be different. If your life feels stuck right now, you're anxious, you're overwhelmed, you're full of habits you know are eating away at the version of you you're trying to become, well, you're definitely not alone. For years, I lived a double life. On the outside, reliable, loyal, hardworking, positive, put together, well adjusted. But on the inside, anxious, exhausted, bracing for a collapse that felt inevitable. I thought my coping mechanisms were helping. Alcohol after work, drinks with friends, just to take the edge off. Looking back now, it's pretty much pouring gasoline on a fire that I couldn't see. My entire system was inflamed. My nervous system, my sleep, my anxiety, my body, my relationships, my creativity. And I was waiting for the right timing, for less stress, for a sign, for someone to say, now is the moment. But here's the truth no one wants to hear. Waiting is a decision. Delay is a decision. Avoidance is a decision. And every day I waited, I wasn't just standing still. I was digging myself deeper. So, what changed? You've heard me talk about synchronicities, the number 4, 44, 444, the feeling that something was guiding me if I could just stop bullshitting myself long enough to listen. But here's the part I never really realized, nor emphasized. Synchronicities started showing up after I stopped negotiating with my crutches, not before. After. I'd spent years praying for peace while refusing to let go of the behaviors that guaranteed chaos. Once I stopped asking the universe for a better life and started asking to become the better person who could handle a better life, things shifted. I had to give up what I was using to numb the pain before I could feel what I was actually meant to do with my life. 3 New Year's mornings ago, something finally changed internally. I was discussing with my wife all the shenanigans from the night before and how we had played out this conversation so many times, so many promises. And a metaphorical window kind of opened up. I told my wife I want to change, but my mind keeps changing. It's almost like a Jekyll and Hyde sort of thing. In the mornings, I was gung ho to change once and for all. But by midday or later, all those thoughts were gone. Just random wishes that I knew were never even possible. I remember pacing, feeling like I was on the edge of a cliff or looking out a window. And I remember realizing that the fall I feared was already happening. Every day I stayed the same. So I stopped waiting. And no, I didn't feel ready. And no, I didn't know how. I just knew that I was going to do something different this time around. So I jumped through that window, not knowing where I'd land, just knowing that I couldn't stay in that burning room, so to speak. So here we are, 3 years later. No bragging here. You know me by now. But listen closely. My anxiety didn't just disappear overnight, but it did stop owning me. My sleep returned. My nervous system came back online. My creativity grew teeth. I started playing guitar again. I can breathe again. My purpose stopped whispering, pretty much started yelling. And every January since, I remind myself, I didn't quit because I was strong. I quit because I was done being weak. That's where my anxiety was stemming from. And I was looking at other people, thinking about how they were looking at me during my drinking days. And even though not everybody could articulate it, they could see it too. I was giving them the weaker version of myself. So if you're listening right now and you want this year to be different, I'll tell you exactly what I wish someone told me. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop trying to time your transformation. Your anxiety isn't from what you feel. It's from who you're avoiding becoming. If you want to feel different next year, you have to live different this year. Not perfect, just honest. Not instantly, consistently. Not for anyone else, just for the future you who's begging for air. Close your eyes for a second. Ask yourself, what is the crutch you already know you need to drop? The one that's stealing your peace, your sleep, your confidence, your creativity, your future. You don't need to announce it. You don't need applause. You just need to jump. Whether you believe in synchronicities or not doesn't matter to me. Whether you think my miracle story is real or wind and coincidence also doesn't matter to me. What matters is this. If you want a better year, stop waiting for a better moment. Because the moment you stop negotiating with the life you don't want, is the moment the life you do want gets a chance to finally show up. Thanks for being here. I believe in you. I really do. If I can change, I know you can too. And guess what? Is it worth it? Oh man, how do you put that into words? Oh, I'll try anyway. Yes. Capital Y-E-S. Is it easy? I don't think easy is a way to try to describe it. It's worth it though. Just keep that in mind. Well, thanks for tuning in. And if you have a story that you want to share, or if you need a little support, or maybe you transform too, you want to be a guest on my podcast, email me, jake@jakepaulmusic.com. That's my home base where I promote my book, my music, my blogs, inspiration, guitar lessons. I'm just glad you're here. And if you're feeling anxious, like you're ready to jump out a window, don't really jump out a window, but begin by believing that it is possible to change. If you need a tactical suggestion, get up right now and move. Walk. Just walk. Keep moving. Keep breathing. All right. We'll see you next time. Well, thanks for tuning in to Rewrite the Song. This is a Tune Into Wellness podcast where we turn pain into purpose and trauma into truth. If this episode spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs a little hope today. You can learn more about my story and how music helped me heal in my book, Hollow: How a Young Man Turned Childhood Trauma into Music. It's available now at jakepaulmusic.com, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and many other online retailers. Remember, no matter what you've been through, you can recover, rebuild, and rewrite your song. Until next time, stay grounded, stay grateful, and keep tuning into wellness.